A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark, chapter 11, verses 27 to 33. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. Then when they were back in Jerusalem once again, as they were walking through the temple, the high priests, religious scholars, and leaders came up and demanded, "Show us your credentials. Who authorized you to speak and act like this?" Jesus responded, "First, let me ask you a question. Answer my question and then I'll present my credentials. About the baptism of John, who authorized it? Heaven or humans? Tell me." They were on the spot and knew it. They pulled back into a huddle and whispered, "If we say heaven, he'll ask us why we didn't believe John. If we say humans, we'll be up against it with the people because they all hold John up as a prophet." They decided to concede that round to Jesus. "We don't know," they said. Jesus replied, "Then I won't answer your question either." The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Gospel according to Mark chapter 11, verses 27 to 33. The chief priests, scribes, and senior men. These three groups comprised the Jewish governing body, the Sanhedrin. They confronted Jesus over the issue of him chasing out the animal sellers and money exchangers from the temple on the previous day. They asked Jesus with what authority he did things and who had given him such authority. When authority arises from the position, the power, the money and fame, normally such authority imposes itself and seeks the dominance of the other, tries to subdue the other. Power, money, and fame seek privilege and even try to control God. The temple authorities believed that they had already trapped Jesus on the issue of authority. To teach people in the temple area required training under a recognized Rabbi. Did Jesus have the required educational qualifications? They were not aware of any. Hence, the temple authorities wanted to discredit him, ridicule him before the common people, and stop him from teaching them in the temple area. Jesus turned the table back on them by questioning them about not accepting John the Baptist. If they were unable to recognize or to accept the divine authority behind the mission of John, they would not have recognized the hand of God behind the works of Jesus either. Jesus did not bother entering into further dialogue with them. The ignorant one from Galilee had outsmarted the elites from the center. Today, the detractors of the church use this act of Jesus cleansing the temple against the clergy and the church leadership whom they do not like. We do listen to comments such as, "If Jesus were to come back to the church today, he would be chasing out our priests and church leaders." But there is a difficulty in such comments. Through such comments, they are trying to assume the role of Jesus and decide what would be the likes and dislikes of Jesus. In other words, they are already passing judgment on others. We too, of course, can have similar blindness of the temple authorities. When questioned about the baptism of John, they preferred to play ignorant and blind. "We do not know," was their evasive answer. When we are preoccupied with the social status, power, authority, and position, we run into the danger of refusing to see the presence and work of God in situations where we do not want to see it. We refuse to see the hand of God working in people in whom we do not want to see it. But God uses any person, any experience, good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant, to communicate with us. Help me, Lord, to seek and find and respond to you in every experience of my life.